Welcome back to Alpha Recap, your end-of-day market rundown from stockalpha.ai. We wrapped up a busy session, and today we focused on AI meeting batteries, big ETF flows, and a handful of corporate rebrands and awards. As always, if you have questions, you can reach us at stockalpha.ai.
Hey everyone, great to be here. Lots to unpack. Today felt like two stories running in parallel. One technical and product-focused, and the other all about money moving between risk buckets.
Exactly. Let's jump right in with the headline that drove a lot of industry chatter. Matter announced it would integrate Iontra's real-time battery sensing and charge control tech into its AI-defined vehicle platform.
Yeah, that was the eye-catcher. In plain terms, sensor-level battery data is getting tied directly into an AI system that controls how vehicles charge and use energy. That's smart.
Right, and the practical payoff could be pretty concrete. Better range optimization, smarter charging windows, and less downtime for fleets. In other words, utilization gains for operators.
So, what really stands out here is the move from AI being a front-end feature to it living in the sandwich. Firmware, sensors, and the physical product.
Exactly. AI is becoming embedded rather than decorative. But a quick reality check. The announcement didn't include revenue figures or customer rollouts. Execution and pilots are the things to watch.
Analysts note that the first commercial pilots will be the clearest signal. If a fleet can show a measurable improvement in range or charge cycles, that's when the story starts to translate into economics.
And to connect dots, there was a separate note on sustainability, a forecast that the microalgae market for personal care could hit about $117 million by 2035. Different industries, same theme. Efficiency and sustainable inputs matter.
Yeah, sustainability is showing up everywhere. From batteries trying to squeeze more life and efficiency to cosmetics chasing bio-based ingredients. Investors are watching both the tech and the green angle.
Okay, switching gears to market flows. This was where the volume action was loud.
Big volume day in two very different products. A Bitcoin strategy ETF and a leveraged inverse small cap ETF. Both moved a lot and traded heavily.
And the number that really caught our eye. The ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF finished up about 4%, closing near $10.19, with roughly 121 million shares traded.
That was pretty notable. Heavy trading in a crypto proxy like that can signal renewed speculative interest or allocation shifts toward crypto exposure via institutional wrappers.
At the same time, the Direction Daily Small Cap Bear Triple Leverage Fund finished down about 3%, closing near $7.16, and it traded around 170 million shares.
Heavy volume on a drop in an inverse, leveraged product like that often points to positioning changes. Either hedge unwinds or a squeeze on inverse bets.
Yeah, that tracks. The two moves together suggested a short-term tilt toward risk assets, flows into crypto exposure, and a reduction in inverse small-cap hedges.
Which matters because when these leveraged and crypto proxies trade with big volume, they can amplify volatility in correlated assets. Small caps, crypto-related stocks, and other proxies.
So what should people track next? Persistence. If the Bitcoin Strategy ETF and the Inverse Small Cap Fund keep seeing high volume over the next sessions, it could be a structural shift rather than a one-day blip.
Also, macro headlines and any regulatory comments on crypto can flip the story quickly. So, volume plus news flow equals something to monitor closely.
Short reactions.
Big move.
Not what anyone expected.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on to the corporate side, a few reputation and product plays stood out. DXC Technologies made Forbes' list of America's best management consulting firms for 2026, a reputational lift tied to enterprise modernization and AI service lines.
Reputation can matter for deal flow, but analysts note it's not a direct financial catalyst unless it leads to disclosed contracts. So keep an eye on future deal announcements.
Another smaller but interesting item. Blue Heron Research Partners rebranded to Heron Intelligence and said it will pair investigative research with proprietary data and AI tools.
Love a rebrand. But jokes aside, Rebrands like that are signaling a broader demand from allocators for higher signal, AI-assisted research products.
And Dwight Funding was named Innovator of the Year by SFNet for its Atlas technology platform, which highlights tech-led originations in asset-based lending across e-commerce, consumer packaged goods, food and beverage, and beauty.
So again, the theme: platformization. Firms packaging data plus AI as a differentiation. The question markets will ask is whether those moves convert into subscription revenue, larger origination volumes, or margin expansion.
There was also a smaller telecom note. The National Cable Television Cooperative added Telgu 5 as a platform partner, expanding choices for mobile service delivery among co-op members.
Incremental for now, but if adoption picks up across regional operators, it could pressure legacy vendors on pricing or features.
Some smaller filings and housekeeping items popped up too. Horizon Kinetics reported the purchase of a single share of Texas Pacific Land Company at about $524. Symbolic, but investors will watch future filings for larger stakes.
And Stifel reiterated a hold on Bally's and said its $18 target is under review, though a ticker mismatch was noted in the brief. Always verify those details in the original reports.
Quick synthesis. Across these items, AI is ceasing to be just a talking point and is being tied into product stacks, whether it's battery management, research workflows, or lending platforms.
And sustainability threads are alive. Batteries for mobility and microalgae for cosmetics both point to durable investor interest in green differentiation.
Rapid fire recap.
Matter plus Iontra. Integration of real-time battery sensing announced. Watch for pilot metrics.
ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF jumped about 4% with heavy volume, possible renewed crypto flows.
Direction Small Cap Inverse Fund. Down about 3% on heavy volume. Big positioning moves and hedges.
DXC, Forbes recognition, Heron Intelligence, rebrand and AI-enabled research push. Dwight Funding, Innovator Award for its Atlas platform.
Telgu 5 joining the cooperative platform. One share filing in Texas Pacific Land Company. Microalgae forecast of about $117 million by 2035.
Before we wrap, a few things to watch over the next 1 to 2 days. Pilots and deployment updates from Matter and Iontra, continued volume patterns in the ETFs we discussed, any analyst updates on Bally's, and product rollouts from Heron Intelligence.
Plus any SEC or 13F filings that show bigger positions in Texas Pacific Land Company. That could be meaningful if stake size changes.
Quick reactions.
Honestly, I was a bit surprised by this one.
Right. And the other thing is,
I mean, when you step back and look at this, the market did lean toward risk today.
takeaways. 1. AI is now embedded in product and service delivery. That's a structural shift. 2. Sustainability is a multi-industry theme with practical applications. 3. ETF flows showed active repositioning and could amplify volatility if they persist.
And a reminder on the data, none of these announcements included guaranteed revenue bumps. Analysts note that measurable customer metrics and pilot results are the things that will convert signals into financial outcomes.
This show is for information only, not investment advice. We didn't recommend buying or selling anything, and we didn't provide personalized guidance.
If you want more detail on any of the items we covered, head to stockalpha.ai and ask us questions directly through the Q&A feature. We'll answer live when we can. For more market analysis and written recap, visit stockalpha.ai.
That's it for today. Thanks for listening to Alpha Recap. See you tomorrow after the close for the next rundown.